Hello, everybody. I'm Michele Salcedo. I'm the Chief Mobilizer for the News Media Guild. We are the union that represents the Associated Press, FA, the UPI, and most recently, The Guardian, US. What I think one of the most useful things that I learned during this course was how to put together a strategic plan. What it is that you want out of your campaign? What goals do you want to achieve? All of those were very measurable. And then what tactics do you bring? What tools do you use? What social media tools do you use in order to achieve those goals? One of the most helpful things that I found was story framing and narrative framing. You would think that journalists would know how to do that already, but it was good to see it in a little bit different context and to be reminded that yes, we have a story to tell. We're not just writing about somebody else's story. This is our story, and we need to figure out how to get it out there. So the framing was very helpful. When and how to use video on Facebook, the Facebook ads, when those, and Twitter ads for that matter. But I think the thing that we found most helpful, that I've found most helpful, were the tweet storms. And almost as soon as Hannah took us through that particular section, we had a couple of actions that were coming up, including International Women's Day. And we featured, I think it was 12 or 14 different women members from the AP, told about their work and why they deserved a fair AP contract, which happens to be one of our hashtags. And we got, the first day, the day one alone, we got 84,000 impressions and a fairly high engagement rate, and that and the next day was fairly high as well. So we kind of hit on a formula, and we've been doing those Twitter storms for subsequent actions. We just did one on Father's Day. We're extending that one into negotiations, which are going on this week. And we've had some very good feedback, not only from members, but also from the outside as well.
It really feels like a conference space where I'm coming in with organizers for a whole year and hearing about what they're doing, kind of being challenged by different things. Really being in a space where people want to innovate and use software way beyond what we thought it could be used for before, and to think about organizing in a really new way and one that's really expansive. And that's what I think is really great about it. I really like that unions are able to share with nonprofit organizers and community organizers and back and forth. So trying to get the best possible situation for using these tools. And so I think there's some things I thought I was really strong on and had a lot of experience with, some things I had no experience with, but it doesn't really feel like it's exclusive to one skill level, because it feels like it's so diverse, and it's also about innovating. It's not just about creating foundational skills, but it's about really like rethinking what we can do. So when I'm in the space, I'm not just learning, how can I run a Facebook ad, or how can I use a text program, but I'm learning about like what techniques and methods have worked, and what ways people are trying to overheat those mediums and do something different. And so I don't really feel like there's a situation in which I'm too advanced to gain a lot of skills and ideas, because it's a conversation space with hundreds of other people where they're coming in and sharing what they've done and trying to collaborate on thinking about what could come next. I can't recommend it enough. I had a great time with it, and I think organizations should really invest in this.